today is a very special day because finally Script Insight has a repeat guest on the channel, and it's my dear friend Ujjwal Gaikwad.
Hi.
So Ujjwal is a filmmaker. He's an editor. He currently works very actively as a director's assistant. I'm very glad to have you back on the
Yeah,
show.
glad to have you on the show again.
Yeah.
And thanks for doing this one more time.
Yeah, I know. It's been quite some time since we
Yeah.
sat and discussed.
Last time we discussed about Better Call Saul,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Before the series finale was about to be aired.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just like few months before the
Yeah.
finale. Yeah.
After the mid-season finale.
Yes. And today we are talking about what I feel is one of the greatest shows of all time, and I'm sure you agree as well. The Wire. Also, like in this discussion, we might uh, reveal a few spoilers because a lot of them are significant for the story and for the
Discussion here, right?
We'll try to keep the spoilers low, but this is basically a spoiler alert, like for those who haven't seen the show.
Yeah, we'll try not to like spoil, killing of important characters.
Yeah, yeah,
But we'll have to definitely, discuss some important plot points and twists.
yeah.
Discuss about the character in their arcs.
True. Yeah.
So
We will try and be restrained, but we will. But where you've been warned.
yeah, exactly. Can't complain later.
The show is 22 years old, so I'm sure a lot of people would have seen it by now. But yeah,
Regardless of which, I would still recommend all you guys to go and watch the show. It's
yeah,
really a great show and very rewarding. Like as compared to the shows that we get to watch today, uh, you won't regret actually sitting all those hours and watching the show.
yes,
You will actually enjoy it.
yeah. It's a brilliant crime drama, set in Baltimore, and it deals primarily with the police and the drug trade. But of course, it explores other parts of Baltimore as well.
Yeah, it's basically on if we discuss about the broader perspective, it actually discusses about the institutional system
Yeah,
and the whole city, how it works and
Yes.
how people are affected by the system.
Yeah, yeah.
So basically, it's a critique on the system.
Correct.
I think.
Correct. Like it's not just talking about Baltimore; it's sort of expanding on the American system in
exactly.
general. Yeah.
The American dream, the American lives,
Yes.
and what people aspire to become,
Yeah.
and how they then cope up with the system,
Yeah.
and what becomes of them later on.
Yeah.
Limiting it just to the drug trade and the police department is not really, I think, a very, fair commentary on the show, because if
Yeah.
you look at the second season,
Yes.
it actually discusses about the dogs and
Correct,
the
correct, correct,
executions
correct.
of the dogs.
Yeah. Each season is about a facet of Baltimore, right?
Yeah,
First season is the drug trade. Second season is the docks. Third season is more about politics and
Politics and
public office,
bureaucracy, right?
bureaucracy. Fourth is about the public school system. And fifth is about media,
Media.
which is, if you think about, if you cover all these, you almost know a city,
Exactly. Like
So,
it's also in some ways like we are covering all the pillars of democracy in a way.
yeah.
Not exactly, but in a way, like there are definitely parallels there.
True. In the start of this podcast, we're going to actually read a scene from the first season, from the very first episode of The Wire. The episode is called The Target, and it is written by David Simon and Ed Burns. It's a teleplay by David Simon, and David Simon is the creator of The Wire. And this scene also, in a way, shows how their writing style is, and
Very subtextual,
and it demands from the reader and the viewer. Just to give some context, it's one very key character in The Wire is McNulty, Jimmy McNulty, who is a Baltimore cop, and he's someone who's very driven by doing good police work. He wants to get the bad guys. He wants to combat crime. He's very sincere about it, but he's kind of a very volatile person, and he will be willing to break protocol and break rules, right? That's how we're sort of introduced to him. A drug gang undergoes a trial where a person is acquitted because of hostile witnesses, and McNulty starts to complain to a district judge, and that gets him in trouble because he doesn't go around the chain of command. He's supposed to, discuss with his officers before revealing sensitive details of a case. So in this scene, we're seeing him kind of serving a punishment given
Yeah,
to him by his
technically, yes.
seniors. So let's start. Interior Homicide Office / Police Headquarters, night. McNulty at his desk typing the report. He reaches down and picks up an open case folder from several that are spread out on the floor. A midnight shift detective, Ray Cole, is tucked into a chair. A pillow supports his head. His shoeless feet are stretched out on the desk.
Type quieter.
McNulty throws a look, then continues typing. Bunk comes in looking beat, carrying 2 evidence bags. He drops them on the desk across from McNulty.
You don't have to wait up, love.
Your boy didn't have a heart attack?
I went that way. But Doc Fraser didn't bite when this popped up.
Bunk takes a plastic cylinder that contains a small piece of lead from his pocket. Bad luck. Any leads? Bunk gingerly empties the first bag, a couple of beer cans and a box of KFC. All of it destined for the print lab.
Right now, this is all I got.
Bunk looks forlornly at one of the beer cans, then drops it into a small paper bag. Then you seriously
Speaking of why are you here?
I did bad, Bunk.
Huh.
It wasn't my fault. Bunk stops bagging evidence and gives McNulty a look. From down the hall, we hear the bell of the elevator doors opening. No, really. Judge Watkins pulled me up after the jury let the Barksdale kid go. So, him being a judge and all, I told him what was up.
You raise a string?
Captain got busted, and I gotta have a report by morning.
There you go. Giving a when it ain't your turn to give a
McNulty smiles sheepishly. His own lesson run back on him. Landsman walks in. Early relief for midnight shift. He spots his 2 detectives and addresses Cole, who is decamping, tucking his pillow into a desk drawer.
Look at him, Cole. Doesn't it make your dick pump purple piss to be in the same room with 2 noble, selfless public servants? I know I'm proud.
Cole doesn't give a exits. Landsman addresses Bunk.
Tell me you put this one down.
Bunk shrugs.
Of course not. And of course, your partner here has to go over to courthouse and lay our business in front of Watkins. Are you stone stupid?
So you heard.
Captain calls me at home last night, tells me to get in early and read over your shoulders.
McNulty shows him the face sheet of the report, points to the bulleted list of murders. It's got dots. Deputy loves dots.
F you and your dots.
Look, all I did was answer the man's questions. He's a f***ing judge.
And the deputy is f***ing deputy, you dipshit. And he, not the judge, holds what's left of your befitted career in his hot little hands.
Give me a break.
He says so. You're in Western tomorrow.
Fuck it, I came from Western.
Well, where don't you want to go, asshole? Evidence control, personnel, headquarters security,
The boat.
marine unit?
Can't swim. Landsman pulls out a $20 bill.
Keep it up. I'll go this against a 10 that you ride the boat midnight shift.
McNulty smiles. Landsman looks at Bunk, shakes his head, pockets bill, exits. McNulty looks at his partner.
Listen to the man, Jimmy.
On McNulty, doubtful.
What a brilliant scene, actually.
Yeah. Like when you watch the scene for the first time, you're still trying to figure out na, ki kya exactly ho raha hai. Matlab.
Exactly. On the very primary level,
हाँ.
I get to see the dynamics between the police officers.
हाँ.
These different characters. For example, Landsman, I think we are introduced to Landsman for the first time in this scene,
Yeah.
if I'm not wrong.
I think so. Yeah.
And Bunk, we know him already.
Yes.
And McNulty. So we know the, the chemistry between McNulty and Bunk from few scenes before.
Ah.
But the other police officers, how they treat McNulty, and how this character Landsman deals with McNulty and Bunk,
Yeah.
we get to see it for the first time in the scene. So at the preliminary stage, we just get to see the dynamics of these police officers.
Yeah.
And in this second layer, we are actually trying to figure out what this scene is all about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because this is not just the scene is not just what the dialogue is being spoken. Much more than that.
Yeah.
True. As I said, like it's a follow-up of previous scenes,
Yeah.
like callback of previous scenes, and probably what's going to unfold in the next coming scenes.
Correct. There is a huge emphasis that policemen have to adhere to that system, right? Okay, because McNulty goes to the judge to complain about a court hearing and
Yeah.
a particular case, a very sensitive case. And because of that, his seniors, are punishing him,
Right.
and even the guy we see, Landsman, he's also giving his own sort of lecture to him, like he's basically insulting him, you're an idiot, like matlab
Trying,
दायरे में रहो.
trying to be over smart, and which is getting all of us because he complains, because the deputy called me up at the night.
Correct.
Who called him up? Captain calls him up at the night, and he asks him to go read over his shoulders. So he doesn't want to do that job. Like he was sitting comfortably at his home.
Yeah.
And from what we can tell, since we have watched the show,
Correct.
he is a very laid back officer. He doesn't want to move.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually required. So he's actually very frustrated, and all of them have to now wait only because of McNulty.
Yeah.
So they are kind of like hating on him for that,
Yes.
and that's why they are complaining. And he's just asking, everybody's asking McNulty to follow the chain of command.
Correct.
If you had followed the chain of command and weren't so over smart, we would all be having such a nice and easy life.
Correct.
So, and this is what McNulty doesn't want.
Yeah.
He has no personal life to say, like a family to go to.
Yeah.
He just wants to go and solve the cases.
Correct.
Just to keep himself occupied. And he's very obsessed with that detective work also.
He's one of the most obsessive cops, actually.
Yeah.
That's true. And even like Landsman, like just this line, his commentary, look at him, Cole. Doesn't it make your dick pump purple piss to be in the same room with two such noble, selfless public servants? I know I am proud. मतलब इतना sarcasm और इतना,
Exactly.
मतलब क्या बोलते हैं, like he's so cynical, right, that you get an idea of who this guy is. Like मतलब he's not worried, he's not concerned about being the best policeman. Na?
Exactly. He isn't even appreciating people working overtime, like showing concern about it or showing appreciation, like यार हाँ बैठ के यार तुम बहुत मेहनत कर रहे हो, काम कर रहे हो. He's just like, here we go again.
Yeah.
Like, same shit happening again, working overtime. And aren't you proud of the people working overtime?
Yeah. He's like, McNulty is like, अरे जज ने बोला था ना, like मैं कैसे हम जज को ना बोलूं, and he's like, जज को छोड़ो, डेप्यूटी की सुनो. And Bunk, in someone who's we can see seems like a diligent cop. He's bagging evidence, right? And or I think Landsman usko पूछता है ना, like, tell me you put this one down. This line is implying that, I hope this is not like a murder case. That's what I feel. I could be wrong. And because Landsman, someone who wants less, he wants the police to be burdened less by cases.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he's telling Bunk, tell me you put this one down.
So if we look at how the dialogues have been written here, you can tell by the very first dialogue what the character actually feels about this whole situation. Like as you mentioned before, the first dialogue of Landsman is like a sarcasm.
Yeah.
It shows that he doesn't appreciate the whole situation, whereas to come so late in the office just to, supervise McNulty.
Yeah.
He doesn't fuck up again.
True.
And he doesn't like that. And Bunk here is actually a diligent policeman.
Yes.
He's also working overtime on a case that we had previously, seen in a previous scene.
Yeah.
So, if anybody, I think the Bunk here is the most sincere cop in this scene particularly.
Yes.
So he's actually doing his job.
Yes.
He didn't want to. He didn't want this case to be a homicide case.
Yeah.
Or a murder, but actually, what it seems to be.
Correct.
It is a homicide case. ये एक murder ही है, तो then he has to solve it.
Correct.
And he is doing his police work. ये बाद में टाल नहीं रहा है. वो रात को आया कर रहा है, जाएगा अभी वो लेकर के आया. Like Bunk gingerly empties the first bag, a couple of beer cans, box of KFC, all destined for the print lab.
Yeah.
तो इट शोज कि ये रात भर बैठने वाला है,
Yes.
बैठ करके अब वो अपना काम करेगा.
Correct.
And one more thing which is pointed out here is like when we see a typical cop show na,
हाँ.
we are not shown the boring stuff. We are always shown, you know, thriller stuff या फिर
Yes.
कि प्लानिंग हो रही है, लोग अपना वो बोर्ड पे बैठ के प्लानिंग बोर्ड पे बैठ के वो ड्रॉ कर रहे हैं ना,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
एंड केसेस सॉल्व कर रहे हैं, लाइक throwing up ideas, theories बना रहे हैं. एग्जैक्टली,
गोलियां उड़ा रहे हैं.
दिस इज प्लेन पेपर वर्क. ये दिखा रहा है कि इतना पेपर वर्क है, इतना क्लरिकल वर्क है वहां पे. ये मैकनल्टी इज लाइक टाइपिंग द रिपोर्ट हियर बैठ करके. Very insignificant, you know, and McNulty is very sarcastic about this line here. It's got dots. Deputy loves dots. What is very basically there is a setup
हाँ.
and then there is payoff, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of payoff to the line that which Rawls has mentioned in the previous scene.
Yes. Yes.
He
Make sure it has a lot of dots.
and dots before the murders.
Yeah.
जहाँ murder on bullet points की तरह.
Yes.
Like it's very easy to observe. It
Yes.
shows about deputy's character also कि वो इतना diligent नहीं है अपने काम में कि उसको एक सरसरी निगाह में देखे तो मिले. जैसे कि सीनियर पुलिस ऑफिसर्स होते हैं ना,
हाँ.
मेरे को तो ध्यान ना देना पड़े कि भाई कहाँ पे क्या. वो बुलेट पॉइंट्स को देखेगा
Yes.
एंड देन ही विल गो टू द पर्सन दैट ही इज सपोज टू रिपोर्ट टू,
Yeah.
और वहाँ जाके मेंशन कर पाए. ऐसा नहीं कि पूरी रिपोर्ट पढ़े. बस बोलते कि भाई कितने मर्डर कहाँ पे क्या है. तो मतलब
True. True. Very telling.
very detailed, basically
Very
dialogue
telling.
tells a lot about the character and the scene, how people actually work.
Yeah.
तो वहां पे रॉस बोलता है कि डेप्यूटी loves dots. It's like bootlicking.
Yes. Yes.
ठीक है.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
तो तू वैसा बना रिपोर्ट को और write my name on it on the report,
Yeah.
because obviously.
True.
But
And those lines sound simple, na? But there is a hidden meaning.
yeah, it's very rewarding actually.
Yeah.
If you think in the hindsight, because ये ऐसी चीज ना बाद में आप बैठे बैठे सोचते रहते शो के बारे में,
Correct. Correct.
और फिर आपको लगता है वो ओके हाँ तभी वो राइट हाँ, ऐसा सब बहुत
Yes.
चलता रहता है.
Yes. Yes.
Like that kind of a show.
Yeah.
So
True.
this scene was essentially a payoff. It sounds very funny. It's got dots. Deputy loves stuff. You and your dots.
There's a bit of humor also. Eh?
Yes.
And Lanzman also is a character that provides a lot of humor throughout the show. You can say he's kind of a comic relief in many scenes. जब वो आता है then you know we feel that अच्छा now we're gonna
कुछ अच्छा funny line आएगा.
funny रहेगा. वो किसी को मतलब किसी की रैगिंग करेगा,
करेगा.
किसी का मजाक उड़ाएगा.
अपनी वेग theories देगा.
हाँ.
About you know any particular case.
हाँ.
एक था ना किसको interrogation के लिए वो लोग लेकर के आए होते हैं. I don't know. वो अपनी वेग theories दे रहा होता है वहाँ.
Yes. Yes. Correct.
मेरे को पता है ये वैसी है but there is more to it actually.
True. True.
I think it was Bubbles or don't remember.
Probably. Yeah. There's a lot of.
So yeah, but Lensman को initially we you know perceive him as a very you know negative character कि ये एक निकम्मा पुलिस ऑफिसर है. But
Yes.
later in the episode when we are accustomed to the whole system कि ये लोग बुरे नहीं है, it's the system how it's designed and
हाँ.
people are just adhering to system.
Yeah.
Not everybody can be a fighter.
Yeah.
Or a rebel.
Yeah.
So people usually follow the system. That's how it happens everywhere, even in
Correct.
India also. Like
Yeah.
तो वो बाद में लेकिन जब फिर हम देखते कि Lansman is not a bad cop. He's
Yeah.
not a bad person. He
Yeah.
might be not a very good cop,
Yes.
but he actually cares a lot about the people in his department.
Yeah.
बहुत maturity दिखाता है, sympathy दिखाता है. There is a scene जहाँ पे I think Kim gets shot.
Yeah.
Around that point, I got to see his sensitivity
Yes.
and his sympathy towards the fellow policeman. Then I
Yes.
realized कि यार ये बंदा बुरा नहीं है.
Yeah.
ठीक है, ये कॉपर में भी उतने अच्छे से नहीं करता. ठीक है, क्योंकि उसको बैठे रहना है मे बी. ठीक है, पर वो जो है इस डिपार्टमेंट के लिए निकम्मा नहीं है. ठीक है, वो ही केयर्स अबाउट द पीपल अराउंड हिम.
His people.
His
Yeah.
people.
People. Yeah.
वो इंडिया में भी लोग बोलते हैं ना, जैसे आपको अगर पकड़ लेते हैं किसी सिग्नल पे तो बोलते हैं कि हाँ सर परिवार से ही है ना, ऐसा लोग बोलते हैं. तो क्योंकि पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट वाले होते हैं ना, तो देयर इज अ camaraderie
Yeah.
and brotherhood among policemen.
It's an unsaid brotherhood.
Yeah. So that's highlighted in the whole show. In fact, उनके जो वो बार जाते हैं ना, वो ये बार में for somebody's retirement
Yes.
or wake cop dies.
Yeah. It's like a cop bar only.
Cop bar
Cops
only.
भी आते हैं उधर.
Yes. So it shows there. It is such a cool department. You want to be part of that department.
Yeah.
When you watch those scenes, like इतना अच्छा department, like
Even though it's dysfunctional, they're a tribe of their own. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
and they share their duties also. At some
Yes.
time, ki tu will you cover up for me?
Yeah.
You know, sharing case details.
Correct.
And things like that. तो वो भी एक देख के बड़ा अच्छा लगता है कि चलो मतलब
Yeah.
भले ही इतना they are overloaded with all these cases
Yeah.
and things, but they have somebody to take care of them and who they can actually back on.
Yeah. So I had looked up like this came from one of the original scripts, right,
Mhm.
of The Wire, and the script was written. This draft was written in 26 July 2001.
Okay.
So almost a year before the actual episode
show
date.
aired.
So the pilot aired first. The first episode aired on 2nd June 2002.
Mm-hmm.
So this was like almost a year back, right?
Yeah.
And what I noticed, I changed the names
Of
in the
characters,
because,
right?
McNulty in that earlier draft was earlier named McCardell,
Cardell.
and Judge Watkins, which he
Mhm.
mentions, like it's there in the script.
Mm-hmm.
That in the final episode, the judge's name is Judge Whelan, Daniel Phelan or Whelan. That's
Okay.
like
Oh, right.
so. It's strange. Like one of the most prominent characters को एक अलग नाम था पहले.
In fact, the judge was supposed to be a black character, if I remember it.
Oh, really?
From the description of the character from the script,
From this very script, this draft.
the original draft.
हाँ.
I think he was supposed to be a black character, but then they actually casted a white person
Okay.
for the character of judge.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah, I don't know why those choices were made. And I think I had read it somewhere कि McNulty का जो character है McNulty कैसे हुआ McCardell से. But right now I can't seem to remember it.
It's also the nature of TV production, right?
Mhm.
It's change and various factors lead to changes, right?
Acha, when you read the very first scene na,
हाँ.
in the very original draft,
Yeah.
when it is describing the whole setup, like there is a dead body lying around, and
Yeah.
McNulty is basically interviewing or
Yeah.
asking some questions to this boy who is sitting right across the road.
Yeah.
It says a black man obviously is being questioned by a white cop, obviously.
Oh.
So
Mm.
even in the writing also, the show is mentioning that divide between black and white and that subtle racism that exists
Yeah.
even till now also.
True.
And that was very interesting to me, very intriguing to me, because when I watched the show, since I'm not from America, and later I got to know that Baltimore is has a very black majority population, I think.
Yes.
Initially I wasn't aware about that. The show is going to be about the dynamics between this black and white population.
Yeah.
And but initially I didn't notice it, that a white guy cop is actually questioning a black person.
Correct.
But actually what I took from that scene is McNulty is not like other white cops. He doesn't like put them immediately in category of a suspect.
No.
He actually treats them as a person,
Yes.
as an individual, and he has a very different way of interrogating them. He's not really interrogating, he's just having a discussion like, I belong to these streets.
Yes.
I'm like one of you guys. So they actually feel comfortable with him, and they tell him the other details that he actually needs for the case. So
that's true. Actually, like, could you mention that opening scene? Like, let's discuss what can we learn from the writing of this show. I mean, for me, the biggest takeaway of the show is its characterization. How it really, like, how the characters are so fleshed out. Like, even the smallest characters also so interesting. And
yeah, the very pawn-like characters, who basically even the character who has been discussed is never shown to us. Like if we go back to the very first scene, they are just talking about this Snot Boogie.
Yeah.
Right.
Snot Boogie. Yes.
So
he gets shot.
He got shot because
stealing
money from their
scraps game. It's like a gambling thing.
Yeah. They put money on this. They roll a dice and they put money on that, bet money on that. From the whole scene, the description and their history, that how they used to play the game every single evening, and he used to snatch the money and then run away, but still they allowed him to play every day.
Yes.
Like, and how his name was something else and people used to call him Snot Boogie and his mother. And we get to create a whole character sketch of this character. Like
Yeah.
what kind of character he would be.
Yeah.
You know, like then he says, why would he do it? Like even if he got beaten up, can't help him.
Yeah.
He just couldn't help himself.
Yes.
You know, he was like a kleptomaniac.
Yeah.
He just can't help it.
Yeah.
But still, they were allowed him to play. So you imagine the whole scene, like the characters and people. So it's very well defined. Every character is very well defined.
Yes.
And it starts from the very basic thing, like their name or the story behind their name.
Yeah.
You know how they wear things. Like
Correct,
everybody has like a dressing sense, a dressing style. And
Yes.
obviously, since they belong to like a similar age group,
Yeah.
so they followed similar kinds of dressing, like white tees and all.
Yeah. You're talking about which particular character, the kind of characters?
Like this character like Michael B. Jordan and Bodhi and
Bodhi,
all these street corner peddlers,
the peddlers,
the kids, the actual army is actually selling the stuff on
Yeah.
the street.
Everyone's personality is very well defined, whether
Yes.
it's a cop or a civilian or a bureaucrat or a gangster or a peddler. Everyone has a very distinct qualities.
And from their looks, from their dialogues, you can always tell what this character aspires.
Yeah.
Like from the very first scene of Stringer Bell, when we see him in the courthouse,
Yeah.
he appears to be a very learned man, like a professor. Like he has this spectacles, tucked in a coat, suit, and like sitting drawing, basically drawing just a painting of him and
Caricatures, right?
caricatures on notepad. But it appears to the judge and other people jury that he's actually making notes, actually doing some other stuff. But he's actually a drug lord, maybe, right?
Yeah.
And from there, okay, that may be a facade just to fool people.
Yeah.
But then how he conducts himself, he runs a Xerox
Printing
shop, and
copy printing shop.
how he always asks people to not being very overt about your operations. Always be a gentleman, like behave properly, behave nicely. You can tell that he actually aspires to become a businessman. He
Yes.
treats it like a business.
Yeah.
He's not like a local hood gang member.
He's like a corporate type of
Corporate person.
like aspiring to be. He's not
Exactly.
उसका nature में शायद नहीं होगा
नहीं.
to be like very proper, very corporate, very this thing, but he wants to be that.
Acha, same cheez goes with Bodhi, this character also. The scene that you and me were talking about before, that where D'Angelo explains in the game of chess, and like how we mentioned that we are like pawns.
Yeah.
I don't think he actually implies that we are pawns. He just says that how the game works is like pawns are the characters who are actually killed very first in the battle.
Yes.
But if a pawn makes it to the end,
Yeah.
he becomes like a queen.
Yeah.
He can do whatever he wants to
Comes
do.
like he wins he kind of wins. Yeah. He
So
makes it to the other side.
Bodhi aspires to become that pawn
Yes.
who makes it to the end, and then he becomes the person who actually runs the game. The most powerful thing. Like, Bodhi.
Up to a point.
Like that's what he says now. But if
Yeah.
pawn makes it, like it's all being spoken in a subtext.
Yeah.
Like D'Angelo is telling them, this is who you are. Pawn, supposed to die on the field. He can't go above that. And Bodhi, he doesn't think himself of just another pawn.
Yeah.
He wants to make it to
He wants,
Yes.
Yes.
तो वो बोलता है वहाँ पे, उसका डायलॉग है बोधी का कि हाँ, लेकिन अगर पॉन आखिर तक पहुंच गया तो क्वीन बन सकता है ना,
Yeah.
है ना? तो वो उसी चीज पे वो एम्फोसिस कर रहा है.
Yes.
इट शोज कि बोधी का एस्पिरेशन ज्यादा है.
Yeah.
ठीक है. ऑन द अदर एंड वहाँ पे D'Angelo जो है, he doesn't want to be a kingpin anymore. Like उसको अब because he sees the first एपिसोड के एंड में जो उसका वो होता है, विटनेस होता है.
Yeah.
He is killed.
Yes.
राइट. और ये D'Angelo को बहुत अफेक्ट करता है.
Yeah.
लेटर ये इसके आर्क जो क्रिएट होता है D'Angelo का, एंड देन जिसकी वजह से लाइक बाक्सडेल ये स्ट्रिंगर बेल गेट्स किल्ड एंड ऑल दैट. तो ये इसका ही इज ऑलरेडी देयर ना, ही इज अ मेड पर्सन, लाइक बेसिकली नेपोटिज्म है वहां पे.
Nepotism. He grew up in this world.
हाँ, वो उसका अंकल है, लाइक
His uncle is the king.
हाँ, एवॉन बाक्सडेल इसका अंकल है.
Yes.
ठीक है. तो ही इज ऑलरेडी देयर. पावर है उसके हाथ में, पैसा है उसके हाथ में.
True. It's not.
But
like
he
yes, true.
doesn't aspire to become
Yeah.
कि मैं अपनी चाचा की जगह लूंगा.
Not necessarily. Yeah.
चाचा या मामा जो भी है उसका,
Mama.
मामा की जगह लूंगा मैं, है ना. उसका वो नहीं है, वो एक अलग ही पाथ में जाता है.
Yeah.
और भी जो वहाँ पे हुड में जो बच्चे हैं,
Yes.
लाइक जो हमको लाइक 4th सीजन में देखने भी मिलता है. फॉर एग्जांपल दिस
Yeah.
रैंडी,
Dukey, Namon.
ये सब अलग अलग चीजों में अच्छे हैं, लाइक
Yeah.
है ना, कि ड्यूकी का मेरे को बहुत ही
Yeah.
आई फेल्ट वेरी बैड फॉर हिम बिकॉज वो कैरेक्टर बहुत ही टिमिड सा कैरेक्टर था, वुड बी बुलिड ऑफन, है ना?
They seemed like a sweet kid inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
वो ऐसा लगा कि इसको प्रोबेबली एक अच्छा फ्यूचर में भी मिल सकता है. रैंडी वाज अडॉप्टेड आई थिंक, राइट?
Randy was adopted.
तो
Randy was
मेरे को ये फीलिंग थी कि ड्यूकी वो बंदा हो सकता है
adopted.
जिसको कि कोई अडॉप्ट करेगा या उसको अच्छा फ्यूचर मिलेगा, बट
Yes.
रैंडी एंडेड अप बिकमिंग अ पेडलर इन द एंड.
Yeah. They've built this world so well, right? Like you feel like you know this world in and out, right? When you like if we have to like take a trip to that
Baltimore.
street in
Yeah,
Baltimore,
I would know exactly where to find what.
where to find what, who to find where.
You know, after watching all the 5 seasons
Yeah.
of The Wire, I felt like I know Baltimore more than I know Mumbai. And I'm
Yeah.
staying in Mumbai for more than 6 years now,
Yeah.
but still, because
Yeah.
it has explored each and every sector, each and every street. Acha, one more thing. They actually shot on the exact streets which was written in the original screenplay. They would find the original corners, original locations
Oh.
around the streets, and they actually shot it right there. Suppose the scene says that Kimi कहीं पे छुप करके फोटो ले रही है किसी बिल्डिंग के छत पे किसी कॉर्नर पे, they would go exactly on the same building on the same spot and they will shoot the scene.
Wow.
So it made it more real.
Correct. Credit goes to obviously David Simon, Ed Burns, and the writing team. And I've read that a lot of the writing team were not necessarily typical screenwriters. They all came from media. They all came from novels. They all came from literature. So I guess they had a sense of non-fiction. क्या होता है? Like they're a grounding in non-fiction and
डेविड
reporting.
सैमन्स ने एक शो बनाया था ऑलरेडी पहले
हाँ.
HBO के लिए. वो मेरे को नाम
Corner.
याद आ रहा है. हाँ, द कॉर्नर.
हाँ.
तो ही वाज आई थिंक वेल अवेयर अबाउट स्क्रिप्टिंग प्रोसेस और वो कैसा क्या रहेगा, बट अदर राइटर्स रूम में जो बाकी राइटर्स थे मोस्ट ऑफ देम वर नॉवेलिस्ट ऑफ कोर्स.
Yeah. Like Corner is kind of like a precursor to Wire, na?
हाँ.
Like he just expanded this world further.
Yes. अच्छा, वन मोर थिंग वाज कि राइटर्स रूम के बारे में मैं जब पढ़ रहा था, देयर वाज अ राइटर, जस्ट फॉरगॉट हिज नेम, वेरी बैड ऑफ मी,
हाँ.
बट
It's okay.
he was very first time writer for TV,
Okay.
है ना? Then when he was included in the writers room,
This is for Corner.
नहीं for
Wire.
The Wire, कि वहाँ पे जैसे इसका इंटेंशन था कि आई वांट टू राइट एन एब्सोल्यूट मास्टरपीस, ठीक है? And everybody was there with the same intention. So the amount of abuses, they used to hurl at each other, they used to fight, and the kind of argument they used to have. He said that if you didn't have a thick skin, you would leave the room. You wouldn't survive there in the room. The Wire. It was very brutal, he said. But that's what made the show brilliant, the writing so brilliant. Because everybody wanted to, get it right.
Yeah. Which
So-
is why the quality is so good. Yeah.
Exactly. And obviously, David Simmons was the, like a ship car captain.
Yeah.
Was actually driving it in the right direction.
Yeah.
कि स्टूडियो के तरफ से भी जैसे मैंने बताया कि like you also mentioned कि जो dialogues है, they're not very how they are supposed to be or how the public are used to seeing the characters and the dialogue exchange between the people. It's very local, it's very grounded, it's like very rough kind of language, especially when it comes to this army and the peddlers.
Yeah.
They're not speaking very grammatically correct English, like how
No.
they are
Yeah.
supposed to speak it, right?
Yeah.
And the showrunners at the HBO also suggested that we can actually put subtitles at some places, but David Simmons refused it, and later it became a very the one of the most interesting aspect of the show, because of which the watchers and audience of the show used to like the show,
Yeah.
because of the dialogue exchanges and
Yep.
how people are communicating amongst each other.
Yeah.
Like even from this scene, people are actually just throwing sarcasm at each other
Yeah.
instead of speaking
Correct.
a normal. There is no exposition at all.
Yeah. Very
Rarely, like
very less.
when
Yeah.
somebody mentions that अभी मैं जाके वो करूंगा. No,
No.
ठीक है, वो कुछ
True.
और ही बोलेगा,
Yeah.
ठीक है, वो निकल जाएगा. तो वो शो को मतलब ऐसा रिच बनाता है ना कि आपको देखने में मजा आता है, ठीक है. वो आपको जैसे दिमाग लगा के कुछ चीज देखने में 2+2 करने में जो मजा आता है ना, कि हम खुद से कुछ किसी चीज का निष्कर्ष निकाल रहे हैं,
Yeah.
वो शो में बहुत होता है.
True.
तो वो देख करके मजा आता है. लाइक आई वॉज सोप्रानोस ऑल्सो आफ्टर दिस शो, ठीक है.
हाँ.
तो इट इज ऑल्सो अनदर ग्रेट शो बाय HBO. लेकिन सोप्रानोस में भी सेम चीज होती है कि शो डोंट टेल. क्योंकि उसमें मॉब्स हैं, वो कुछ
their own lingo. Yeah.
हाँ, लेकिन वो क्या है ना, मॉब्स वी आर यूज्ड टू, गुडफेलस हमने देखी है, तो हमको पता है कि ये बोलते कुछ और, इनके मन में कुछ और चलता है, बिकॉज दे आर सपोज टू बिहेव लाइक दैट। वो मन में क्या चल रहा है बताएंगे नहीं, लेकिन ये शो में ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है, कोई मॉब्स नहीं चल रहा है यहाँ पे, अपार्ट फ्रॉम वो ड्रग कार्टेल्स का जो अपना चल रहा है, जो आपस में कॉप्स भी जो है, जो ड्रामा भी अनफोल्ड हो रहा है, वहां पे भी जीरो एक्सपोजिशन है, ठीक है, तो ये एक अनदर लेवल पे था द वायर।
Right.
And what I know, it was like very first time it was done in TV at that moment.
Yeah.
That's why I think the show wasn't very popular when it came out.
Yeah.
It didn't win any awards back then.
Shockingly. Yeah.
Shockingly, but later on it became a cult.
It's a cult. It's a cult show. Like you said, like ऑडियंस को ज्यादातर स्पून फीड नहीं करते हैं,
बिल्कुल
इनफैक्ट जीरो है इस शो में, तो उसकी वजह से शो बहुत आपका अटेंशन बहुत डिमांड करता है, इसलिए क्योंकि मतलब डेविड साइमन really values the intelligence of the viewer.
Yes.
Which I think a lot of great TV creators do. They don't dumb down the audience.
Yeah.
Wire also does the same thing. Like you, and the more attention you give it,
The more
rewarding it is. Like by the time you've reached the 5th season, you are in the show.
Yes.
Because you are like I think वो शुरुआत में थोड़ा maybe it could be a little inaccessible for people. I can understand for general people, let's say. It is thoda inaccessible in the beginning because you are thrust into this world and
Yes.
क्योंकि it just starts
because initially you are not even able to understand what are they speaking about. ये क्या बोला ये, मतलब ये एक तो पहला तो ये कि उनका डायलॉग भी बहुत लोगों का इतना घिसा पिटा हुआ है, स्पेशली पीपल ऑन द स्ट्रीट, की कई बार आपको वर्ड समझ में नहीं आते, अगर वर्ड समझ में आ जाए तो आपको डाउट भी होता है कि क्या ये वही वर्ड है जो मैंने सुना, उसके बाद फिर आपको समझना ये है कि ये बात क्या कर रहे हैं, 3 लेयर वहां पे आ जाती है, तो इट्स वेरी हार्ड टू रियली कैच ऑन, बट धीरे धीरे आप देखते हो, गेट यूज्ड टू इट, और आपको समझ में आ जाता है, ओके ये रैंडम शिट टॉक कर रहा है, अच्छा ये उस बारे में बात कर रहा है, करेक्ट, एंड वो शो भी कैसा फ्लो होता है समझ में आता है, यू नो हाउ इट इज एक्चुअली, वर्ल्ड तो ऐसे ही होता है कि यू वांट टू, यू नो, आप यू गेट अकस्टम्ड टू द होल वर्ल्ड। अच्छा, कमिंग बैक टू द पॉइंट वेयर यू मेंशन की शो डोंट टेल वाली जो चीज थी, है ना, जो शो डज वेरी ब्रिलियंटली, उसका एक बहुत ही अच्छा एग्जांपल था वो सीन, इफ यू रिमेंबर दैट सीन, जहाँ पे बंक और मैकनल्टी एक क्राइम सीन में जाते हैं और उस क्राइम सीन को वो करते हैं क्या, रिवर्स इंजीनियर करते हैं,
एक बुलेट को एग्जामिन करके, यस आई रिमेंबर, एंड दे आर ओनली यूजिंग एफ वर्ड,
there is no exchange of dialogue at all, and there is one person there, he's observing, he's like he's just seeing magic happening, he's like audience,
he's like audience,
ठीक है, कि हम भी देख रहे हैं, मतलब ये ऐसा कर रहा है, क्यों लेट रहा है, क्या लेट रहा है, धीरे धीरे समझ में आना चालू होता है, ओके यहाँ से बुलेट आया, विंडो की तरह यहाँ लेटा, और दे बोथ अंडरस्टैंड ईच अदर,
they know
they speak language of detective or something like that, you know, it's like Sherlock Holmes working,
exactly,
not like एक डॉक्टर वॉटसन है, एक शर्लॉक होम्स है, नहीं, दोनों शर्लॉक होम्स है वहां पे,
एग्जैक्टली,
कि ये बोला बाहर क्या बुलेट उठाया,
एग्जैक्टली,
मतलब क्या सीन है यार, मतलब इट्स अ शॉर्ट फिल्म ब्रो,
इट इज
लेकिन ये होता है बताना, मतलब इससे बेटर तो मैंने कहीं पे नहीं देखा,
एंड देयर इज ह्यूमर आल्सो इन इट,
हाँ,
it relies purely on the audience's intelligence and the way they read it, and also maybe another reason why maybe a lot of people don't get it right away and when they start watching is the show doesn't have like the clearest protagonist,
right,
that's what anchors us into a show, right? Like Breaking Bad, Sopranos, they all at least have this one person who is the, so we know okay इसका कहानी ये है, हमको इसको फॉलो करना है, but शो में बहुत सारे कहानी है, बहुत सारे
कैरेक्टर्स हैं, राइट,
और कुछ कैरेक्टर्स को ऑब्वियसली ज्यादा प्रोमिनेंस मिलता है,
लाइक मैकनल्टी है फॉर एग्जांपल,
स्ट्रिंगर बेल, you know, all these, but then it's not like one person is the hero of the show,
there is
it's not
the show, the best part about the show is that show is not from perspective of a single character,
no,
the show is from perspective of like audience, maybe a third world, you know, एक स्टेज की तरह चल रहा है कि हम ऑब्जर्व कर रहे हैं उस वर्ल्ड को,
करेक्ट,
वो सीन कभी भी किसी एक बंदे के पर्सपेक्टिव से नहीं होता,
या
हमको सबका पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू जरूर दिखता है शो में, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं होता कि एक सीन पर्टिकुलरली हमेशा एक ही कैरेक्टर के इससे चल रहा है, वो दुनिया में क्या कर रहा है, एवरीबॉडी इज एक्सप्लोर्ड and everybody is given equal amount of time, there are few episodes जहाँ पे मैकनल्टी का कैरेक्टर आपको रेयरली देखने को मिलेगा, you will start missing him, कि ये कहाँ गया कैरेक्टर, अब बाकी कैरेक्टर्स के साथ पूरा समय बिता रहे हैं,
many people would probably argue that the main character of the show is Baltimore,
exactly, I would agree,
that's the main character,
exactly,
so because हम Baltimore को ही observe कर रहे हैं ना, all seasons, so
which season is your favorite actually?
oh wow, That's a great question.
And the least favorite also.
Least fa-
First, the favorite. Favorite.
I think fourth would be the best season for me.
Okay. The
The
school
public school
public
system.
school
yeah.
system.
It's also the most heartbreaking season.
हाँ. Because
This-
that's where also we get to see na how children
How children are affected by the system. Yeah.
It's actually very dark also because
Yeah. What about for you?
for me, I think fourth season is also my favorite season. The school.
Yeah.
Second season is my least favorite. The docs.
I would also agree.
Because
I mean, it's something like, it's not the writing is bad, but I think a lot of people's
yeah, it's
least is
widely
second, yeah.
regarded as the weakest season.
It's not a weak season though.
No, as compared to other seasons. Maybe in writing wise not so weak, but like first of all, it dives into a very different world.
Yeah,
Like it introduces a set of people in the first season,
correct.
and then it starts dealing with other people, other set of characters, and like
Like a completely different, like dogs.
Dogs.
मतलब हम
पूरा दुनिया ही अलग है, लोग अलग हैं. अब लोगों का ऐसा है कि फर्स्ट सीजन हमने देखा इन कैरेक्टर का, हमने जिया, वी वांट टू स्पेंड टाइम विद दोस कैरेक्टर्स.
yeah,
बट
yeah.
यहाँ पे एक टोटली डिफरेंट वर्ल्ड हो गया. सेकंड ये कि वो मेरे को पर्टिकुलरली लाइक फॉर मी पर्सनली डॉग का जो ओवरऑल वर्ल्ड है ना इज वेरी वेरी ब्लीक एंड वेरी सिनिकल.
Yes.
Like, एक वहाँ ह्यूमन ट्रैफिकिंग हो रही है वहाँ पे.
Yes.
उसके बाद फिर वो बारिश का भी मौसम है शायद, ऐसा कुछ है ना.
Yeah.
ओवरऑल सेटिंग काफी फॉगी सा और वैसा सा.
Correct.
और वो जो कैरेक्टर है डॉग का जो वहाँ पे मेन केयरटेकर हो जो वो होता है
सबट का.
हाँ, वो इतना ट्रेजिक कैरेक्टर मेरे को लगता है ना कि यार
Yeah.
इतना डूम्ड कैरेक्टर है वो.
Yeah.
तो मेरे को बहुत डिप्रेसिंग लगता है सेकंड
Yeah.
कि मेरे को कोई होप ही नहीं लग रही है. मतलब ये तो सिस्टम इंस्टीट्यूशन इधर से खत्म ही हो रहा है.
Yeah.
ठीक है, तो ओवरऑल वो काफी मेरे को ना स्लो लगता है,
Yes.
डिप्रेसिंग सा लगता है.
Yeah.
और अपने बिलव कैरेक्टर्स भी नहीं है उसमें, तो इस वजह से मेरे को ओवरऑल वो सीजन उतना ज्यादा ये नहीं करता है. लाइक इफ आई सपोज समटाइम्स होता है ना कि आप बैठ के कोई सीन देखना चाहो या फिर से रिविजिट करना चाहो, तो वो सीजन में दोबारा कभी नहीं देखा.
That's true. I think same. I agree. I have the same reasons to maybe. I mean, it's obviously it's a good story, and it is important for the overall. The fifth season में it pays off, right?
Right.
What's good about the show is they really stick to the integrity of the show, ना. Just because कि season 1 में हमको हुड पसंद आया और ड्रग ट्रेड पसंद आया, तो ऐसे नहीं कि we're going to double down now. Second season we're going to go even, like,
Because it wants to tell you कि ये शो खाली इस चीज के बारे में नहीं है.
yes, it's all connected.
As you said earlier कि ये बाल्टीमोर के बारे में है.
Yeah.
एंड डॉग्स इज अ वेरी बिग पार्ट ऑफ बाल्टीमोर. भाई डॉग्स से कितना आपका कॉन्ट्राबैंड आता है,
Yeah.
स्मगलिंग होती है, ये
Exactly.
ट्रैफिकिंग हो रही है, तो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट टू कवर
Yeah,
डेफिनेटली. और आई थिंक फिफ्थ सीजन में मार्लो जो न्यू बंदा आता है ना वो
He comes in third, but fifth में it's more prominent. Yeah.
व्हेन डज ही क्रैक अ डील विद पीपल एट डॉग्स?
Fifth season.
फिफ्थ सीजन ना.
So it pays off later. Yeah. Yeah. One common thing, though each season deals with a very different side of Baltimore, the one common thing that connects the show besides Baltimore, which is also in the title of the show, is The Wire.
The Wire, right? We totally forgot about
Yeah.
that aspect.
That makes it, instead of calling the show Baltimore, like, they just gave it a better name called The Wire. And it's a wire that literally a wire that runs through the entire 5 seasons. Right?
Yes.
Wiretap is used, everything. So just to explain, Wire is basically trying to
Collecting the evidences by actually
listening
to people and
listening to private conversations,
Mhm.
basically tapping pages, right?
phone.
And showed the evolution of technology also. They tapped pages
Yeah.
beginning में.
They
They tapped pages, then they tapped public
phone booths,
then they tapped mobile phones, and then eventually by the time we reached the last season, MMS सब शुरू हुआ, like people could send images, so they tapped those as well.
Yes. And they also bugged the houses.
They bugged houses also. They bugged
Abandoned
locations. They bugged locations.
That's how it actually started. Like, first was bugging the houses so they can get the intel,
Yes.
where they can actually ambush them or where they can actually go and collect the physical evidences.
Yeah.
So then Kim, along with his two incompetent, not incompetent, but very amateur police officer, Herc and the name of the other guy,
Herc and Carver.
go with them and then, like, just sit and wait there and
Yep.
for the appropriate moment when the action happens, and we would capture the photograph,
Yes.
And-
Yes.
whatever evidences he can
Yeah,
get. Like, what I really liked about the show is I was never I've never seen in any other show or a film
हाँ.
how evidence is actually collected. It's a very long,
And it's actually boring.
boring process.
It's very boring.
But it pays off so well when you have all the evidences with you. Like you can, because it's a game of chess actually. Like
It is.
इधर से पकड़ा, उधर से पकड़ा. अब you have gotten this situation where you cannot checkmate them.
Yeah.
अब वो भाग नहीं सकते.
Correct.
It was पेशेंस का गेम था. लाइक अगर पुलिस वर्क, रियल पुलिस वर्क,
Real police work.
और इज एक्चुअली
Real
सेड लाइक,
police work.
ये देख करके मतलब मेरे को बहुत खुशी हुआ कि मेरे को मजा आता था उसमें. मेरे को
Yeah.
लगता था कि दो इट दिस वर्क इज बोरिंग, आई वुड एक्चुअली लाइक टू बी देयर ऑन द रूफ विद हर,
Yeah.
there and collect the evidence,
Yeah.
and then build a case.
Yeah. And it's also long and painful and boring because as the police is building the whole, literally the entire show, they're just building evidence, right?
Mhm.
Because बिना evidence के action नहीं ले सकते.
Exactly.
वारंट नहीं, मतलब है क्या, arrest warrant मांग नहीं सकते कोर्ट से, या जो भी सीनियर ऑफिसर से, जो भी, like they have to, in order to nab criminals, they have to build a case.
Build a case.
Without a case, there's nothing, right? And they're not just like building evidence and all that. You're also seeing that the criminals are, in fact, if not the same, even more sharper than the police. Right?
Yeah.
In
Trying
terms
to-
of hiding their tracks, in terms of really keeping their conversations private, or like literally trying to make sure there's no leaks. Like
Evolving to, you know, the technologies and how it's like
yeah.
now trapping them.
Correct.
They are also changing their ways,
They have to change.
how they're communicating, how they're passing the messages.
Yeah.
You know, creating new codes and stuff.
Exactly. It's a total cat and mouse game, na?
हाँ.
Which is fun to watch. And it's finally the slowest cat and mouse game.
Yeah.
So इसीलिए I think ज़्यादातर, I don't think people want to give so much time sometimes.
हाँ.
And maybe we can't blame them because अभी shows are now more fast paced, right? अभी वो भी है.
But I think, see, what you're saying कि audience ऐसे ही नहीं, उसको नहीं चाहिए, audience देखेगी. आप ये एग्जीक्यूटिव्स का, प्रोड्यूसर्स का, इन जनरल, चाहे वो इंडिया हो या बाहर हो, ये एक ओपिनियन है कि यार जैसे अब स्क्विड गेम्स हो गया, ये इस टाइप के शोज हो गए जो कि एकदम ही फास्ट पे ऑफ और यू नो तुरंत रिवॉर्डिंग हो जाता है. वैसा बनाओ कि लोगों को अटेंशन स्पेंस नहीं ऑडियंस का, और ब्रॉडर ऑडियंस को रीच करने के लिए, टू मेक मोर मनी. बट ऐसा नहीं है. अगर आप अच्छा शो बनाओगे तो ऑडियंस विल वॉच इट. और ये सारे जो शोज हैं, इन्होंने अपने ऑडियंस काफी लंबे लॉन्ग रन के बाद फाइंड करी.
हाँ.
लाइक वायर हो गया, द ब्रेकिंग बैड भी जैसे बोलते हैं 3 सीजन तक टीआरपी
बिकॉज नहीं हुआ. हाँ.
उसके बाद जब नेटफ्लिक्स में सारे सीजन्स आ गए, लोगों ने देख लिया, उसके बाद फिर उसकी फॉलोइंग बढ़ गई.
करेक्ट.
तो अच्छे शोज जो है आपको वो ऑडियंस देंगे. और ओटीटी का तो सीन ऐसा है ना कि ये नहीं है कि दिस विल रिमेन ऑन योर प्लेटफॉर्म ऑलवेज. इट विल कीप मेकिंग मनी फॉर यू. नॉट लाइक थिएट्रिकल रन की चला और उतर गई फिल्म, नहीं ना. तो मेरे को लगता है एग्जीक्यूटिव्स को और क्रिएटर्स को वो देना चाहिए फ्रीडम इस प्रकार के कंटेंट्स बनाने की. तो वायर इज वन ऑफ अ शो जो कि स्लो बर्नर है. कैट एंड माउस का जो गेम है इतना स्लोली चल रहा है, बट यू एक्चुअली लाइक इट क्योंकि आपको एक्चुअली में रियलिटी दिख रही है कि कैसा होता है. एंड व्हेन यू गेट टू वॉच समथिंग रियल ना, आपको देखना होता है वो चीज. ऐसा नहीं है. पीपल आर ऑलवेज इंटरेस्टेड इन क्राइम ड्रामा ही तो है ना वो भी. तो पीपल आर ऑलवेज इंटरेस्टेड इन क्राइम, व्हाट गोज बिहाइंड द साइकिक, लोग क्राइम, हाउ द क्राइम वाज कमिटेड, हाउ द पुलिस वर्क वाज डन, है ना.
और इसमें ये शो में बहुत morally complex choices दी है.
हाँ, exactly.
तो मतलब, on speaking of morality, like I would say, I mean, there's many shows also that do this, but इस शो में morality की spectrum जो है, in terms of the characters, I think हर character morality spectrum के हर point पे मिलेगा. कोई ना कोई character मिलेगा. From the most morally upright or the straight person to the most evil, reprehensible person you can think of.
I think the most upright person in the whole season is
You feel,
Kim, for me. Kima.
Kima, yeah.
Because
Kim is good.
I don't remember her breaking rules anywhere. Even at a point, she even gets shot doing her job.
Yeah, because she literally gives her life for a job, yeah.
And then he also reports McNulty or the whole department when she finds out.
Yeah. She yes.
So
in season 5, she makes a very bold choice.
I hated her for that. Lekin I could understand her perspective.
Which is why even McNulty didn't hate her for it. Because he knew.
Yes.
Like, real recognizes real.
And she's very strong morals, because that's what she follows in her personal life also with her
But
partner.
personal life, also there is some complexity because we see her also kind of going the McNulty way in a personal life.
Yeah, while dealing with her partner.
हाँ, like she also like
Yeah, like too
cheats
much.
and वो भी होता है. So I mean, she other as a cop she's amazing, but maybe in a personal life
Because I don't think she wants to be a family
she doesn't. Yeah.
woman. Like,
So
that's
इसलिए वो बहुत complex तरीके से दिखाया like how
Mhm.
she is like
every character makes certain decision at a point of time which is very not so morally right.
correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Acha, you've seen good cops doing bad shit.
Yeah.
You've seen like drug kingpins, or these criminals doing right shit
Right shit as well. Yeah.
as well. तो
Yeah.
you can't say कि भाई क्या कौन सही कौन गलत. You just realize कि ये सब लोग, you start to see everybody as a human in the end.
Yes.
ठीक है कि
Yes.
ये उतना गलत नहीं है, ये भी उतना गलत नहीं है, सबको अपना अपना गेम खेल रहे हैं.
Yes.
Like how it's like told in the whole series, the game.
game.
It's all the game.
The game. Yeah.
And it's in the game. So and दोनों, if you observe, ये अपना proper institution है, गवर्नमेंट है, पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट है ना, उनका अपने सेट रूल्स है.
Yeah.
People sometimes break those rules to get what they want or do something.
हाँ.
ये जो अपना ड्रग कार्टेल बोल लो या अपना जो सिंडिकेट है इनका, इनके भी अपने रूल्स हैं.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They're supposed to follow those rules.
Yes.
And sometimes people break those rules.
Yeah.
ठीक है, they make mistakes.
Yeah.
For those mistakes they might even get killed.
Yeah.
Right? So both the sides have certain rules. They both are following it.
Yeah.
दोनों जगह सिस्टम और एस्टेब्लिशमेंट है, दोनों जगह लोग सिस्टम का शिकार हो रहे हैं. यहाँ भी लोग सिस्टम के हिसाब से एडजस्ट होकर के अपना काम कर रहे हैं ब्यूरोक्रेसी में. यहाँ पे भी लोग सिस्टम के हिसाब से अपना काम कर रहे हैं फॉलोइंग द रूल्स, और जिसकी वजह से जो डायरेक्टली वो करना चाहते हैं वो कर नहीं सकते. देयर इज अ चेन ऑफ कमांड हियर आल्सो, देयर इज अ चेन ऑफ कमांड हियर आल्सो. तो ये जो चीज है ना, इट्स वेरी ग्रेट पैरेलल बिटवीन द टू वर्ल्ड्स.
Correct.
which actually tells you कि ये है दोनों counter to each other but very similar also.
Yeah. Which makes the complexity more beautiful and like you said वो humanity दिखता है
हाँ.
हर character में.
ये तो सीजन 1 में फर्स्ट एपिसोड के बिगिनिंग में ये जो सीन हमने डिस्कस किया था जब मैकनॉल्टी इज लाइक
Interrogating है.
तो उसका जो लास्ट लाइन है वो बोलता है कि ना, जब स्नूप क्या स्नॉट बुगी जो है वो when he steals again and again every day from you, why do you guys let him
Steal.
play again with you every day? So he says you got America. Now हमने जब ये शो देखा तो बहुत इनसिग्निफिकेंट सा लगा, बट व्हेन यू रीड द स्क्रिप्ट ना, एंड देयर इज अ लाइन एक्शन में जो लिखा हुआ है कि he looks at McNulty as if McNulty is stupid, and then he says कि you got it's America. और फिर उसमें बाद में लिखता है और वो इधर उधर देखने लग जाता है बोल करके, और मैकनल्टी रियलाइज करते हैं कि इसने क्या लाइन बोली है, और उसमें लिखा हुआ है कि वो इधर उधर देखने लग गया जैसे कि उसको पता नहीं कि इसमें क्या पोएटिक एक मेटाफोरिकल उसने बात बोली है. तो मेरे को लगा अच्छा ये क्या है. देन आई डाइव डीपर इनटू इट. आई रियलाइज कि ये लाइन फिर बाद में भी बोलता है वो, इनफैक्ट जब वो बंक और उसका पहला सीन है मैंने वॉकिंग टू कॉरिडोर,
Okay.
वो बोलता है कि व्हाट ही सेड टू मी, तो बोलता है व्हाट यू गॉट इट्स अमेरिका. तो बोलता है रियली. तो मैं बोली इतना क्या सिग्निफिकेंट ये सीन है. बाद में मैं बोला कि क्या है, थोड़ा पढ़ा मैंने, फिर मैं जाना कि ये बेसिकली इट्स काइंड ऑफ लाइक व्यंग है अमेरिका के ऊपर ही.
Yeah.
ठीक है कि इट्स अ होल सिस्टम, द होल सिस्टम इज डिजाइन. और अगर आप देखिए चोर पुलिस का जो गेम हो रहा है, आपको पता है कि ये चोर पुलिस का गेम हो रहा है और ये यहाँ से ये करेगा ये चोरी, ये चीज होगी, बट फिर भी आप उसको टोटली रिमूव नहीं करती, यू लेट इट हैपन एंड देन यू कीप डूइंग योर पुलिस वर्क अगेन एंड अगेन. ये साइकिल चल रहा है. बिकॉज ऑफ दिस ओलवेन हैड टू क्रिएट एम्स्टरडैम इन लेटर एपिसोड, क्योंकि वो बोलता है कि ये तो होते ही रहेगा. ब्यूरोक्रेसी ये सब सिस्टम ऐसे डिजाइन है, मैं हटा नहीं सकता, तो मैं इसको कंटेन कर सकता हूँ बिकॉज दैट इज एक्सेप्टेड. ब्यूरोक्रेसी बिहाइंड द सीन क्या चल रही है कि यू हैव टू कीप योर शीट्स क्लीन, स्टैट्स क्लीन है, जब वो क्राइम रेट कम दिखाने हैं. ठीक है कि हाँ भाई पब्लिक जो ऑप्टिक्स जो है उसके अकॉर्डिंग आपको प्ले आउट करना है और आपको दिखाने की पुलिस वर्क हो रहा है, काम अच्छा हो रहा है और वी आर गेटिंग द रिजल्ट्स नाउ. पर वो एक्चुअली में तो नहीं हो रहा है. ऑन द स्ट्रीट द थिंग्स आर स्टिल द सेम. ठीक है, इट बिकॉज पुलिस क्यों नहीं कर पा रही है. पुलिस का जवाब क्या रहेगा, यू गॉट इट्स अमेरिका. ठीक है, तो इट्स अ कमेंट्री ऑन द अमेरिकन वे.
Exactly.
ठीक है, तो इसलिए वो बहुत ही इनसिग्निफिकेंट सी लाइन है. तो जो हम डिस्कस करते हैं शो में ऐसे बहुत सारे डायलॉग्स और लाइंस है जो कि आपको इनिशियली आप मिस कर जाओगे,
Yes, yeah.
लेकिन जब आप धीरे धीरे शो देखोगे और बाद में फिर उसको रिविजिट करते हो तो आपको लगता है भाई इसका और भी मतलब है।
True, true.
और ये एक्चुअली में इतना रिच है मतलब इसकी मीनिंग में,
Yes.
इट सिग्निफाइज मोर देन व्हाट इट इज ऑन द फेस वैल्यू।
Yeah, yeah.
तो वो चीज है। तो अभी मैं रिविजिट करा तो मेरे को चीजें ज्यादा नोटिस हुई।
True, true.
बाकी शो तो मैंने 2 बार देखा है बट बहुत पहले देखा था।
हाँ,
ठीक है,
the rewatch value increases. Yeah.
इंक्रीजेस।
Everything is so consistent and realistic also, na? Even the, like you said, the details, the dialogues, even whatever character choices are being made, nothing feels false. Like even when a character makes a certain choice or decision, it's in that character's nature, right?
तो सीम्स वेरी नेचुरल कि हाँ
Yeah.
ये सही किया।
And the show will not want to go like a, let's say, a dramatic route, or they won't do anything sensational, or they won't do any fan servicing, or they won't, array, like, let McNulty shoot this guy, like. In fact, if you think about it, the only time, and I've seen this, I remember reading about it in YouTube, like comments, and the show is a great in restraint also, right?
हाँ, वेरी सटल।
Very subtle. The only time the police, I think the only time the police actually fire their gun, it's only done by one cop.
Brzezinski.
Yeah. And that too, like, carelessly.
He's fired, right?
It's the only time a police uses his firearm in the entire show. Like, obviously, the drug gang, you see it happen a lot. The violence is more on that side. But the policeman, it's only the prez who does the careless mistake.
yeah.
Like, but imagine, it's only done by this one reckless cop who was probably not meant to be a cop.
Yeah.
Right?
He becomes a teacher
He becomes a public school teacher.
public school teacher. When you spoke about going over the top,
Yeah.
and the only like a place where the show actually goes into theatricality is like when they show the entrance of Omar Little.
हाँ.
The portrayal of that guy is थोड़ा सा
Yes.
heroic kind of,
थोड़ा,
like,
yeah.
थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे आपको दिखेगा कि मसाला,
Especially when he's shown.
हाँ वो like like if you were to describe the scene कि शोले में होता है ना कि जब वो आता है अपना शोले का हमारा जो विलन है गब्बर सिंह, पूरे गांव के सारे दरवाजे बंद हो जाते हैं, वही जो बट यहाँ पे अंदर ये है कि ये जो लोग घरों के अंदर जा रहे हैं दरवाजे बंद हो रहे हैं, एक्चुअली ड्रग पैडलर्स हैं।
Correct.
He is like a Robin Hood who's robbing
He's robbing these guys.
these bad guys.
Yeah.
तो उसका जो पोर्ट्रेयल है वो थोड़ा सा मुझे लगा कि भाई इकलौता ऐसा जगह जहाँ पे थोड़ा सा शो जो है थिएट्रिकलिटी में जाता है और थोड़ा सा ड्रामेटाइज कर रहा है।
I agree.
दिस इज नॉट वेरी सटल हियर नाउ।
Yes. Yes.
ठीक है, तो उस कैरेक्टर को उन्होंने थोड़ा सा दिखाया ओवर द टॉप टाइप।
Yes. That is true.
और इसीलिए वो कैरेक्टर थोड़ा लेजेंड भी है।
हाँ, especially in the beginning. I think later on it's a little more grounded.
हाँ,
but yeah, I think Omar, I mean, he is like, I guess, a fan
ओमार को तो इनिशियली जैसे एस्टैब्लिश किया तो ऐसा लगता था कि भाई ही इज अ फोर्स टू बी रेकॉन विद, लाइक ये अकेला बहुत ही बैडेस्ट फिगर है, लेकिन आगे चलते चलते इतनी वल्नरेबिलिटी दिखाई उसको, लाइक सो गोली लग जाती है, उसका पार्टनर मर जाता है, ही इज सो अलोन लेफ्ट आउट, ही बिकम्स अ पब्लिक विटनेस आई थिंक।
he works with the police.
हाँ,
So
इन्फॉर्मेंट बन जाता है। जज अपीयरेंस उसका इतना फनी है, छोटी सी टाई पहन के आता है हियरिंग में शिवरिंग में ऊपर।
I remember, yeah. And he is kind of a fan favorite, I guess.
ओमार ना, yeah,
Thank
because
you.
like I told you, he's a flamboyant character ना,
He is.
especially when the initial seasons,
Yeah.
he's a very flamboyant character. So any character which is flamboyant, and by like all other characters are shown like very grounded normal people.
Yeah.
But this particular character has been shown like over the top. People will definitely love him.
True.
So the cops, like mob is scared of this guy, so
Yeah.
people will definitely like the
Yeah.
and eventually he's the one who kills Bardsdale, right? In the end. No, Stringer Bell.
Stringer Bell, yeah.
Right? Along with the hitman, that New York cop.
Moves on.
Moves on.
Yeah.
Brother moves on.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite character? You can name 1 or 2 or 3 characters.
Yeah. There are 2 characters I like to single out. One is Bubbles, and one is Bunny Colvin.
Coleman, okay.
Bunny Colvin is superb. I sometimes feel Bunny Colvin is a sort of a heroic figure. He is kind of the one heroic cop in the show
who really cared,
and
who actually made a difference.
Yeah. He had the rare respect. He was one cop who had the rare respect from both criminals and policemen and the community.
But he was again like extremely looked down upon and criticized after his
Yeah.
it was revealed that what he
Yes,
was actually
yeah.
doing. But it was very controversial. But a lot of police officers actually respected it, and
Yeah.
the people around
Yeah.
the town, people who lived around those sectors,
Yeah.
around those blocks, they really appreciated it.
Yes.
Because that's what they actually wanted, streets where they can actually roam around.
Yeah.
And he actually delivered it.
Yes. And it is, I mean, he's a guy in a system who obviously can't change the system, right? But he's doing his best. So, and like what I really liked also, that what was a great discovery is that even McNulty came under him at one point.
Oh
He was
yeah,
under him.
Mhm.
So you also get where McNulty's, like you said, now when it spoke about how he interrogates people, McNulty is not the guy of cop to like break people's backs and intimidate them. He stopped them like equal.
Yeah.
Because it may be something he learned from Colvin
Yeah,
as his mentor. Like, don't make everyone your enemy. If you're gonna break every head, who are you gonna talk? That was
right.
Bunny's thing, right? And you can tell that McNulty and him get along really well,
Very
even
well.
though he was his boss.
Because Colvin understands, na?
Huh.
Because he also wants to bring about real change in the
Yeah.
street, and McNulty is also all about that.
Yeah, and they want to do real police
Work. Although McNulty is little bit
brash. Yeah.
and Coleman is like much more mature.
Yeah.
But they both aspire for the same thing. So I
Yeah.
think they both respect each other in that regard.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, do you remember like they used to, how throw the cans of beer on the roof of the
Police station.
station?
Yeah.
In a later scene, it's revealed that there are a lot of cans. The whole roof is
Yeah.
full of all those thrown
Yes.
cans. Like
Yes,
so,
yes.
I was like, dude, I want to be part of this whole police squad. Where you get to drink and like do your own stuff, and it becomes very nostalgic later on. Not really.
Another I forgot to mention. I spoke about Bunny, right? Bubbles.
Bubbles
Is one of my favorite characters.
Bhai, you mentioned about Bhai Bubbles. So it's like
He's
Jaan hai show ki.
he's exactly. He's
Yeah.
I think the beating heart of the show. His journey, his arc is
one of the very few characters that you feel really good about in the end कि भाई इसका कुछ अच्छा हो गया.
हाँ.
ठीक है कि इतना सफर किया इसने throughout the season, but उसमें इतना resolve था.
Yeah.
He kept fighting for himself.
Yes.
It was like Baltimore का representation human form में.
Yes.
CP अपने soul के लिए अपने लिए fight back कर रही है.
हाँ.
ठीक है और वो आखिरी में pay off होता है.
Yes.
वो देख के बहुत खुशी होती है. Like उसका partner जो रहता है on the other end वो OD से मर जाता है.
हाँ. Yes.
But Bubbles वैसा नहीं होता. Bubbles even tries to
kill him.
नहीं foster kid I think.
There's a guy, who a guy in high school, he tries to get him to go to school and he works with him थोड़ा.
वो अपने लेवल पे भी बहुत सही कर रहा था.
Yeah.
उसका और कीमा का जो आपस में डायनामिक थे बहुत ही ब्यूटीफुल और स्वीट डायनामिक.
Correct.
अच्छा, another very very intriguing character to me was Clay Davis, if you remember.
Oh my god.
Shit, partner.
Shit.
It would go on, man, and I would really rewatch the whole scene again just to see him say shit.
His shit is the most iconic.
And like this is one character who I feel like he is a real character. He's actually a person like a pimp, like a broker in the whole bureaucratic system.
Probably the most corrupt character in the show.
Most corrupt character, like you simply hate his smile.
That is what I think someone referred to him. Levy called him, right? He was born with his hand in another guy's pocket. Yes, that's what Levy said. And Levy is saying this, all people.
Right.
Who's also a sleazebag.
Yes.
He said that like he was born with his hand in someone else.
वो बोलते हैं ना जब हजार हरामी मरे होंगे तो एक
ये top level
का हरामी पैदा हुआ है.
He I think knows the game better than anyone.
Because
like the drug dealer should be scared of him, not the cop.
वो फंसेगा नहीं. और मेरे को था कि ये जाएगा, इसको जाना चाहिए, लेकिन बच के निकल जाता है. तो वो ऐसा बंदा है ना जो कभी कानून की शिकस्त में नहीं आएगा. आएगा भी तो निकल जाएगा. कितने जगह उससे कनेक्शन है. ही इज लाइक अ कॉकरोच मे बी, लाइक ही वुड सर्वाइव इन एनी सिचुएशन.
Yes.
लेकिन सच अ फनी कैरेक्टर यार.
Manipulative, strategic. intelligent,
like deal maker or breaker kind
deal
of
maker or breaker,
behind the scene.
and self-serving, obviously.
सर्वाइवल तो उसको भैया
And crooked मतलब सबसे ज्यादा crooked I think वही है, I think.
वही है। इस टाइप के कैरेक्टर जो होते हैं ना शो को रियलिज्म जो होता है ना उसको एलिवेट कर देते हैं क्योंकि वो इतना ग्राउंडेड लग रहा है वो कैरेक्टर लाइक अस लाइक बीइंग एन इंडियन जो कि नॉट वेरी वेल वर्स विद अमेरिकन पीपल एंड देयर लाइफ ऐसा कैरेक्टर देख के इंस्टेंटली लगता है कि ये है अमेरिकन अब लग रहा है
हाँ,
ठीक है तो ऐसे कैरेक्टर जिनके बोलने का तरीका अलग है जिनका स्माइल करने का तरीका अलग है इट फील्स लाइक अ रियल कैरेक्टर
yeah. And these kind of politicians are in almost every
कंट्री
like especially ours.
इंडिया में तो भाई भरा ही भरा मैं वही
हाँ।
सोच रहा था कि द वायर टाइप का शो इंडिया में बनेगा तो कोई रिलीज ही नहीं करने देगा हु इज योर लीस्ट फेवरेट कैरेक्टर
Least in terms of like it's written badly, or like in terms of the amount of I don't like this person, like that kind of a thing.
एक्चुअली रिटन बैडली इज ऑल्सो अ वेरी good mention I think because we haven't spoken about the bad aspects of writing so far
Yeah.
so if you want to point it out
Okay, not as fleshed out.
yeah like for example for me I think the brother moves on for example I believe that character
could have been more.
much better because the way he was initially introduced was somebody who got sent by this family
New York.
from New York.
Yeah, he's an outsider. Yeah.
Outsider,
He's not from Baltimore.
But he got played.
Correct.
Right? He was misdirected and then
Yeah.
in short.
You felt he was underrated?
Yeah, kind of like he
थोड़ा.
हाँ थोड़ा कि वो बेवकूफ भी बन गया फिर ये भी और फिर
हाँ.
हाथ में आ भी गया मारने. He was like just used as a device. Plot device. Correct. जबकि वो
he made a mark though. Like
yeah, definitely man. Like उसका important.
So you felt you wanted more of his flesh, like
मेरा ये तो नहीं था कि उसके सीन्स और ज्यादा हो बट द वे हाउ ही वाज डिपिक्टेड एंड उसका ओवरऑल जो सीन्स थे जैसा वो बिहेव कर रहा था वो
करेक्ट
वो मुझे लगा कि कुछ डिसाइसिव सा नहीं है
मेक फेयर इनफ
ये ना कि यहाँ पे वो कुछ ऐसा इट वाजंट लाइक एक्सपेक्टेड फ्रॉम हिम कि वो ऐसा he would be played उसके जो डिसीजंस हैं he came off like a very mature and guy who knows it all
seasoned
guy but he didn't behave actually like a seasoned guy लास्ट में आ गया कि मेरे से पंगा लेना भारी पड़ेगा और भारी पड़ गया तेरे को ले
हाँ
पर ऐसा दिखा नहीं कि तेरे में बहुत विजडम है
मे बी
कहाँ से आया क्यों आया ये वो तो इस टाइप की
हाँ बैक स्टोरी
लाइक आल्सो ही इज वेरी स्मॉल
हाँ दैट एडेड टू हिज मिथ दो आई थिंक
हाँ
वही है
तो वो चीज है बट अदर देन दैट really the show is so good ki it's very difficult to find a character which is not really written well or
do you think a show like this can be made right now in 2026 the same kind of show exactly what we've seen?
I hardly think so.
Very tough, right?
Yeah, very tough because studios won't allow this kind of show to be made keeping the kind of storytelling that The Wire did at that time as we just discussed few minutes back that audience attention span is very limited. This is what executives thinks and how overall market perceives. तो वो इतना slow burner show जो है I don't think greenlit करेंगे. Show में भी आप उसकी ओवरऑल जो चीजें दिखा रहे हैं शो में जिस तरीके से दिखा रहे हैं वो मे भी रख सकते हैं बट स्क्रीन प्ले को बहुत फास्ट करेंगे वो पहला दूसरा मास अपील वाली जो चीज अब आ गई है ना क्योंकि एवरीबडी वांट्स टू जस्ट मेक मनी
करेक्ट
उनको अभी पीस ऑफ आर्ट नहीं बनाना है उनको पैसा भी कमाना है अब व्हेन यू वांट टू मेक मनी यू वांट टू अपील टू अ वाइडर ऑडियंस देन यू वांट टू डम डाउन द शो
प्रेशर और बढ़ गया पैसा बनाने के
व्हेन यू डम डाउन द होल स्क्रिप्ट एंड द शो तो यू कैन नॉट बी एज सबटेक्चुअल और क्रिप्टिक as this show is which is making this show actually good तो मुझे तो लगता है कि बहुत मुश्किल है बन भी गया तो पता नहीं ऑडियंस का भी आजकल कोई भरोसा नहीं है कंटेंट कैसा चलता है नहीं चलता बट वेरी हार्ड टू मी
very hard
very hard not easy
and that too like this long a show as well 60 episodes 5 years 5-6 years
मार्केट अभी बहुत अनप्रेडिक्टेबल है मतलब और पीपल आर वेरी रिस्क अवर्जन जो एटीट्यूड है उनका अभी तो बहुत मुश्किल है मतलब लोग मतलब थोड़े से प्रोड्यूसर्स जो है रिस्क टेकर्स नहीं है अभी क्योंकि अभी क्या इट हैज बिकम लाइक अ मशीन पंपिंग आउट कंटेंट आफ्टर कंटेंट इट्स लाइक दे आर ट्रीटिंग इट लाइक अ प्रोडक्ट तो ऐसे टाइम में फिर आपको अगर ऐसा कोई पीस ऑफ आर्ट बनाना है तो उसके लिए तो मतलब जब तक प्रोड्यूसर्स और एग्जीक्यूटिव स्टूडियोज नहीं बैक करेंगे बनना बहुत मुश्किल है
ऐसा एक क्रिएटिव विजन को बैक करने का।
हाँ,
मतलब ये शो मे बी वुड नाउ वुड प्रोबब्ली बी अ डॉक्यूमेंट्री सीरीज
डॉक्यूमेंट्री सीरीज, यस।
इफ नॉट अ फिक्शन शो, isn't
और
it?
ये मैं इंडिया की बात कर रहा हूँ, ऑल्दो इट अप्लाइज टू हॉलीवुड एंड
Yeah.
सिनेमा आउटसाइड इंडिया।
Hollywood also has its own, yeah,
नहीं,
it's going through
दोनों जगह जो है ना, मेरे को लगता है जितना
हम्म,
मैं देखता हूँ और समझ रहा हूँ कि दोनों जगह चीजें ऑलमोस्ट सेम ही है। जस्ट
हम्म,
कि वहाँ पे इंडिपेंडेंट फिल्म्स को और इस टाइप के कंटेंट को प्रोड्यूस करने का एक अच्छा इकोसिस्टम है, अपने यहाँ उतना स्ट्रांग नहीं है।
हम्म,
बट अगर आप स्टूडियो, एचबीओ और ऐसे स्टूडियोज की तरफ से भी देखो भी, तो ऐसा शो मतलब बहुत मुश्किल है।
yeah. But at least एक चीज है that is sort of consistent is the same channel that produced The Wire is continuing to produce high quality
हाई क्वालिटी
stuff
शोज, यस।
even to this day.
इन एचबीओ भी ट्रस्ट।
HBO, हाँ, in HBO we trust. So I guess they are they believe, I guess, in some kind of artistic, you know, quality.
हाँ हाँ,
So
दे कैन एक्चुअली।
they can.
थोड़ा माइंडसेट ही उनको थोड़ा सा
हाँ,
ये
I guess.
अगर कर रहा
आई थिंक उनका लेगेसी वही है, आई थिंक, कि अगर HBO शो है या HBO का नाम अटैच्ड है तो कुछ तो है।
देयर इज एक चांस है अगर ये बन सकता है, तो अगर जिनका प्रूवन ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड है वैसे डायरेक्टर्स या राइटर्स आए ऑन बोर्ड, जैसे डेविड सैमन्स यहाँ पे आया था।
हाँ,
अगर क्रिस्टोफर नोलन या फिर ये अपना स्कॉर्सेसे टाइप के अपने सीजन डायरेक्टर्स आए,
हाँ,
दे वुड अलाउ देम,
या,
क्योंकि उनके नाम से ही जनता देखने जाती है।
यस,
जैसे द आयरिशमैन अलाउ किया नेटफ्लिक्स ने, उसको
Yeah.
जो 4 घंटे की ऑलमोस्ट फिल्म
करेक्ट, करेक्ट, करेक्ट,
स्लो बर्नर मॉब ड्रामा बनाने दे दिया,
करेक्ट,
किसी और डायरेक्टर को मिलता ही नहीं।
ट्रू,
नोलन को जैसा आपने ये ओपनहाइमर और डनकर्क जैसा फिल्म बनाने दिया, जो कि बहुत ही अलग प्रकार की फिल्म है, वेरी ड्रामा ड्रिवन, यू नो। तो आपको किसी दूसरे डायरेक्टर को आई डोंट थिंक वेरी इजीली वो
ट्रू,
इतना बड़ा बजट के साथ बनाने देंगे।
करेक्ट, करेक्ट,
तो वैसे अगर डायरेक्टर्स और राइटर्स आएंगे तो आई थिंक स्टूडियो वुड बी मच मोर कॉन्फिडेंट
या।
इन द प्रोजेक्ट।
I guess the ideal director, maybe if he was to be involved as a showrunner or something, would probably be Ryan Coogler.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
set in, he's a black director.
ब्लैक डायरेक्टर
You know,
एंड
he made Fruitvale Station his debut,
या
which is very nice and grounded, and that can definitely fit the tone of uh, The Wire. So these are the his five movies.
because he understands the black world dynamics.
Yeah. Considering that it's a show where the predominant, it's predominantly black characters.
Black character.
So, though the Wire is set in such 20 years back, it holds up so well. Like,
Yeah.
even with the whole dated technology,
No, because the things that the show talks about are still relevant.
still relevant.
Haven't changed at all.
It's still affecting
Black
everything.
Lives Matter still is going on. It's a
Yeah.
thing right now, first of all. And the drug, overall, this whole drug scenario still exists.
Yes.
Not so much in India, but
In
terms
the
of
US.
US also.
Yeah.
But how the bureaucracy works, it is the same in India also. That's why the show is so relatable. Even
Yeah.
now also.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why the characters are so relatable. And the show is also the rewatch value of show is
Yeah.
very high.
True.
Because of that. एक चीज I wanted to ask for the filmmakers,
Yeah.
कि what is something that you picked up from the show which can be a very good lesson for filmmakers in terms of
That's
how
a-
they approach the making of the show, or how the
Yeah.
show is actually. You can speak about if you have any point about like how they approach the scene or the cinematography or
Yeah.
overall music sound, whatever aspect that you think is
Yeah.
where the show does something which is not very often
Often done, right?
done in other shows, which
That's
we
a
can
Yeah.
learn
Very
from.
good. It's a very good question.
If I were to say, like मेरा भी एक उसमें वो है, ये टेक अवे है कि the show doesn't use music at all.
Yeah.
कहीं पे म्यूजिक है नहीं.
Nowhere.
बट वाई डोंट यू फील कि म्यूजिक की कमी है मेरे को, ऐसा कुछ आपको लगता क्यों नहीं? क्योंकि वो म्यूजिक यूज कर रहे हैं, बट एक्चुअली द एक्चुअल साउंड ऑफ ओवरऑल सीन व्हाट्स गोइंग ऑन,
Sound
अगर
design.
किसी साउंड डिजाइन जो है,
Yeah.
स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम पुलिस वैन के सायरन्स से लेकर के गाड़ी के अंदर बज रहा म्यूजिक या हुड में बज रहा म्यूजिक या फिर जो एम्बियंस का साउंड है,
Yes.
इट इज द म्यूजिक ऑफ द शो actually.
The soundscape. Yeah.
Soundscape, yeah.
True.
So it somewhere it directs you to your mind to create an overall mood of the scene.
Yes.
कि वो सीन फनी हो लग रहा है आपको, या सीन आपको थोड़ा सा हॉरर लग रहा है,
Yeah.
you know, या थ्रिलर लग रहा है, या वो
Yes.
जैसे इंटरकटिंग हो रही है, साउंड के बीच में भी इंटरकटिंग हो रही है,
Yeah, yeah,
यू नो। तो वो जो सीन है अभी भी, जैसे व्हेनेवर आई थिंक अबाउट द वायर ना, मेरे दिमाग में पुलिस सायरन बजता है, ये ठीक है, क्योंकि वो बिगनिंग में भी वैसा ही है वो।
yeah,
उसके बाद फिर ये फोन कॉल की बात, कहीं पे फोन की घंटी बज रही है ना, वायर टेप में जो अपनी पुरानी आवाज आती है ना, तो ये शो का म्यूजिक है जिसको शो ने बहुत ब्रिलियंटली यूज किया। साउंड डिजाइन तो एसेंशियली जो मैं बोलूंगा कि विच मैंने रियलाइज ही नहीं किया, फर्स्ट सीजन खत्म है, बोला म्यूजिक तो यार शो में था ही नहीं।
पूरा शो में नहीं है।
हाँ, और मैंने रियलाइज किया कि मेरे को लगा भी नहीं कि म्यूजिक कहाँ है करके,
करेक्ट करेक्ट
विच वाज वेरी ब्रिलियंट। ऑन द कॉन्ट्ररी, अगर आप नोलन की कोई पिक्चर उठा लो, म्यूजिक खत्म ही नहीं होता। और लाइक इफ यू सी ओपेनहाइमर लास्ट, आई एम अ बिग फैन ऑफ नोलन। नोलन की वजह से भी मैं बोलूंगा कि मैं फिल्म मेकिंग में आया, ऐसा बोल सकते हैं। बट
म्यूजिक इज अ
म्यूजिक इज अ वेरी बिग पार्ट ऑफ हिज, यू नो, फिल्म्स। कभी रुकता नहीं है, लगातार म्यूजिक चलता रहता है। लॉट ऑफ फिल्म मेकर्स नाउअडेज म्यूजिक पे बहुत रिलाई करते हैं। मेरी भी फिल्म मेकिंग, मेरे को लगता है टू सम एक्सटेंट है वैसी, है ना। लेकिन द वायर से ये चीज है सीखने लायक कि कैसा आप साउंड डिजाइन को यूज करके आप ओवरऑल शो का एटमॉस्फेयर क्रिएट कर सकते हो।
And it's not just the confidence in the sound design, it's the confidence in the general material.
हाँ,
Because the dialogues, the acting, the intention and the subtext within the dialogues is enough to fill your thoughts when
Exactly.
you're watching the same. Like you don't need the music to tell you what to feel or how
उसके लिए
to feel.
आपके डायलॉग्स बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग होने बहुत जरूरी है।
बहुत जरूरी।
बिकॉज इफ देयर इज नो म्यूजिक, इट्स जस्ट कैरेक्टर्स इंटरेक्टिंग विद ईच
Yeah,
अदर,
yeah.
राइट?
I think for me, like what I enjoyed the most in just the filmmaking perspective, they just did not compromise on the integrity of the show in any way. Although they did not dilute anything, they did not. There was no false note. They didn't resort to crazy theatrics, except for maybe the way they presented Oma in the beginning. But yeah, not backing down to the pressures of being playing to the gallery. They never play to the gallery, and I think no artist should. So they really stuck to the purity of that world and
They
that.
didn't get carried away and
yeah.
didn't want to make it unnecessarily entertaining.
Yeah.
Where it should not be.
Where it should
None of
not-
the characters were like doing things that they should not have done.
Yeah.
100%. Each and every season, right? It didn't feel like कि होता है ना, सीजन बाय सीजन कई शोज का डिक्लाइन हो जाता है। लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल, द बेस्ट एग्जांपल इज वेस्टवर्ल्ड।
हाँ।
फर्स्ट सीजन कहीं पे और है, बाकी सीजन कहीं और है, तो वो आप भूल जाते हो कहाँ आप जा रहे थे। पर ये सीजन, हर एक सीजन इट होल्ड्स ऑन टू द क्वालिटी,
Yes.
बराबर ही है।
The only thing that varies is just the institution each season. That's
हाँ, हाँ,
but that was what made the show distinct.
yeah,
Right?
but the length remained the same.
The lens remained the same. Exactly. Technical department में बहुत अच्छा है. Like besides the writing, right? Besides the writing and acting, the show does excel in the other departments.
और एक्टिंग तो भाई अच्छी थी, ऑब्वियसली
बढ़िया.
बोलने के, क्योंकि सारे बच्चे लोगों से लेकर के जितने भी अलग अलग कैरेक्टर्स थे, दे फेल्ट लाइक दे आर एक्चुअली द कैरेक्टर।
Yeah, छोटा characters भी.
कोई भी।
And मुझे I can't believe nobody got an Emmy. Like imagine.
हाँ, that was like very strange. पता नहीं उस समय कौन से शोज को अवार्ड मिल रहा था।
Yeah. But I guess like it didn't need awards to make the show great because I think the audience love was the biggest reward for the show. Because 20 साल के बाद भी, like, see, we're talking right now, we're sitting here talking about it. Like 20 नहीं, 22-23 साल हो गया अभी है.
हाँ, बहुत जल्दी
2026 हाँ, 24 साल हुआ, 24 years
24 years
almost. You know?
I think the show is so realistic कि वो पढ़ाया जाता है
हाँ.
in economics and sociology
So
classes
yeah.
कि about the whole scenario, how especially बच्चे लोगों का भी कैसा, you know,
Yes,
some
yes.
करके जो बच्चे हैं जिनको एजुकेशन, ये इंडिया में भी होता है यार। अगर हम सोशल कमेंट्री की बात करने लगे ना, तो हमारे मेड जो आती थी पहले,
हाँ.
उनके जो बच्चे हैं वो इनिशियली ईयर्स में स्कूल में जाते थे,
हाँ.
क्लास 4-5 तक, वो पढ़ाई छोड़ चुके हैं। अब वो कुछ और ही काम कर रहे हैं, घर में हेल्प कर रहे हैं, लाइक। अब वहाँ पे भी सेम चीज हो रही है कि घर में पैसा कमा के लाने लग गए वो लोग, सिस्टम में इन्वॉल्व हो गए, जो उनका गेम है। यहाँ पे इनके गेम में इन्वॉल्व हो गए, कोई डिलीवरी बॉय बन गया या फिर कोई कहीं पे कुछ काम कर रहा है जा करके पापा के साथ। तो यही है सिस्टम बेसिकली, जो इसलिए इतना रेलेवेंट लगता है शो और इतना रिलेटेबल लगता है, क्योंकि जो मैं शो में देख रहा हूँ मेरे आसपास हो रही है चीजें।
Correct. The show also taught me that even things that are very realistic and very normal can still be very cinematic and very entertaining. Like you would think they wouldn't, but they are successfully.
वही तो जीनियस है ना,
वही तो genius है.
वही जीनियस है शो बनाने वालों का।
Thank you, Ujjwal.
Thank you.
I'm glad we got to chat.
Yeah,
And
it was long due actually. Na? We had decided to do this podcast way back.
Yeah, some months
Almost
ago. Yeah,
3-4 months back.
correct.
Because maybe busy chal raha tha is
Same.
so couldn't happen, but I'm glad that it
Yeah,
happened.
and yeah, I had obviously you've seen the show. We're both big fans, and
Yeah.
we had to discuss it.
It was glad to find somebody as enthusiastic about the show that you love
Yeah.
and speak about it. Otherwise, people just get bored and they haven't watched the show. So how it happens with us, like being such a fan of the show. एक बार कुछ बात निकलती है तो you can't just stop speaking about it.
Yeah. True. For those who've not seen The Wire, I would say please watch it. Give it your time. See if it's something that interests you. And
If you're someone who actually enjoys watching web series, a long format media or content, you will definitely enjoy it. The show talks a lot in detail about a lot of things, and it does it beautifully and brilliantly. It's a slow burner, and I hope that you will definitely enjoy it if you watch it.
all right, thank you, Jul, and
Thank you.
thanks guys for watching.